Alright, guys. What I'm gonna talk about today is what do I have, like everyday things, or like personally, do I have against zombie apocalypse? But also, I want to talk about like zombie. What is a zombie? For me, zombie is not like, like the thing that you see in TV, Walking Dead. Maybe there's some bio things that could happen, but for me, the zombie apocalypse is hordes. It's I think the zombie genre is a metaphor of hordes, like hordes of people, like groups of people, like getting for something. Now, individually and personally, I don't think there are bad people. They just want to survive, so they see the opportunity, and then they see like that you're weak or you can't defend yourself, so they will take what they can do to get whatever they want to get from you, like resources, weaponry, well, whatever. Usually things, or eliminate you because you're a threat. That to me is zombie. I really consider that like they're not like necessarily evil people. They just want to survive. Is probably going to feed someone in their family or in their group. Like, okay, I have my girlfriend or like whatever, my loved ones is hungry and you have food. We can't have food. You look weak. I'm stronger than you. I'll take it from you. So that situation creates the evil, the bad. It's especially bad for the recipient of the intrusion. And the most recent example of like a zombie attack or something, based on like my definition of zombie, like they're just like normal people taking the opportunity because they see that they're more powerful than the one that they're victimizing. They're not thinking that way. They're not thinking that they're victimizing. They're there because there's an opportunity to overpower someone, you know and that's their justification. Hey, it's available, and then everybody's doing it, so I'll do it, so I'll join in and become part of the horde. So that to me is zombie. So the most recent example of that one is this recent riots or peaceful protests, and then they loot your store. Let's say you're a mom and pop store, like you're trying to provide for your family. You have a small business and you sell things, and then the hoarders come in, boom, they smash your doors. You got to pay for that one, or like maybe you have a good insurance and then they'll compensate for your damages and loss. But what you do lose is the time that disappeared repairing and fixing, and then all do this and then all that stress stuff. So you lose either way. So they loot you, and what do they get? Like, let's say your store is like a clothing store, and then they're just like, because they're the opportunity and everybody's doing it, and then it's like the horde mentality. Like that to me is zombie. Horde mentality is zombie. And so they attack you, they loot whatever that they can get, like of value that they can sell or use, or just like, even if it's like F it, like I can't say it, like pack it, pack it, everybody's doing it, pack it, I'll do it too, you know and then they see that there's an opportunity, and then they do it. That's zombie. So in this video, uh what do I have against a zombie? Like, like if you're solo, I'm not solo in this house, and like I got like roommates. But like if there is solo, let's say I'm alone, and what do I have? What's dominant in the things are the things that you usually use. What do I do most of the time? Carpentry and gardening. So my main thing that I will go for if there is a zombie apocalypse is this. I'll grab my hammer. I have two kinds of hammer that looks the same. Okay. This is the 14-ounce hammer, and this is the 22-ounce standard hammer. Has a little better weight to it. So when you hit, it creates more damage because of the weight. But this one, because of the lightness of it, it's easier for your hand in the long run. You know, for hits. So if you're this might not work when there's a lot of, like, maybe this will work
for depending on your skill set against 1 or 2 people. But like if there's like more than 3, forget it. Get like firearms. uh, I had a firearm. I had a firearm, and I have experience using it, and I can use it. You know, the standard military ones, the M4, M14, the M700, shotguns. I have skill set to, pull a trigger and all that stuff. But I still have, like, see, this is one thing that I do regret, is that I sold my firearms because of the recent, like, past 10 years. Like I received trainings about the CQB, about firearms. That's like a decade ago. And then in between, from that time to now, like there's a lot of things that happen, like political correctness, and then like the culture change, and then they're against gun. And being a liberal minded person, I'm an artist, liberal minded person. I don't belong to any political group, but I am progressive thinking and liberal thinking because I'm an artist. So I lean towards that group, I guess. So I had training from firearms and I know the use of it, but two things. I needed money, so I sold those equipment. And B, the second reason is that I bought that ideology of I don't need a gun. But now I kind of regret it because a firearm is way better than this one. I mean, like, like even if I have like 2 shots, and then like like I may have like the skill set to do that, but like, yeah, I'm doing this right in front. But like, let's say I'm doing this, right? Like, what about the one in the back? Like, I'm out. But if I have like firearm, like, boom, 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 I can do that faster than hammer. Yeah. But also, I still have some residue about like the thing. When I sold my firearms to like legal gun dealerships, like back in the state that I was in, I sold them. I can't sell the accessories that goes with those firearms, so I still have them, and I'm going to show and tell what they are. Okay, first of all, I have a plate armor carrier set. Like, I sold like the real deal, they'll buy it. I sold my real one. Now I have like the Chinese knockoff Amazon one, but it's still good. It's still good. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it can still carry a plate armor. So the principle is the same. The principle of what to use it for is the same. You put the plates inside, and then it will protect you from gunfire. Especially if you use an AR-500 armor steel or one of those level 3 plates, you can use this. I can still use it. See, because I sold the real plates, I'm left with the accessory that I can't sell because this is a Chinese knockoff. You can like find this like under $60. You can buy this from Amazon or online things. So, but it can still be used. Let's say there's a like zombie apocalypse, and so like someone with an armor died. Well, yeah, I'll get the plate and put it in. So I'll just hide and become a gray man. That's just adapt. That's one thing that I still have. So, plate armor carrier. I have the plate armor carrier. The next thing I have is a battle belt. And what is a battle belt for? It can hold the things that you have. It will hold a pistol. I still have my 511 pistol carrier, a holster. I just don't have the pistol because I sold it. So I have that. I have magazine carriers for a pistol. See, I still have the magazine from the pistol that I sold. I forgot about selling these. And it has ammunition, but I don't have the pistol to fire it from. So I don't know what to do with this. So, but if I do find that pistol in like, grid down zombie apocalypse place, if I do find that pistol that I'm proficient with, then I have an extra magazine. That's the logic. I do regret selling them because now, like, and then I have a magazine, like, hold on. I have a magazine carrier here for an M4, and because I was trained in the use of M4, I have M4 magazine. It's like the pistol magazine that I have. I still have the round, and I just don't have the firearm. I have the magazine, so I can put it here. Because I was doing a lot of like desert, you know, I was in the southwest, so I was doing a lot of like desert, running around and then training stuff. So I have like almost like competition thing here. So I have, well, this is supposed bullet go forward. There. I just don't have the M4 because I sold it. Because M4 at the time when I sold it, I believed that the M4 was evil because all that shooting that was going on was. I bought into the idea that M4 is evil, so I sold mine because it's evil. But now I don't want to be getting into politics stuff, but now I do regret having, because now I can't have it. I mean, I can get one. I can go to a store and then get one, but then like that's extra expense. I don't want to spend. Like I'm cheap, so oh well. And then what else is in my battle belt? This is a radio bag, which I have a alcohol drinking canteen. So maybe put whiskey. That's the most I can get. And then like a cell phone holder. A cell phone holder here. Cell phone holder, pistol magazine that can adapt almost any semi-automatic pistol. 4 magazine pouches. 1 open, 1 you can close. There. And a single magazine holder for an M4. The problem is I don't have the firearms because I sold them. And the next gear that I have is my bump helmet. My bump helmet. Because when you're running around and you know you're docking, you're rolling in dirt, you don't want to bump your head on rocks and then injure yourself. So you have a bump helmet. So this is how I did my training with my equipment: a bump helmet, a better goggles than just like a shades, my armor, because you know the full weight will make you feel the thing, a durable mil-spec pants, and knee pads so that you can kneel down without scraping, an actual military boot that's better. So that's what I had. I have the looks. I think I still have the skills and ability, but if you don't train consistently with it, you might lose it. You will slack down and then like, oh, you're like, you know, gut later. But so I have these. I have a battle belt and all that stuff, but like I don't have the actual tool except for my hammers, because I do carpentry, and my machete because I do gardening and then bushwhacking here. I have machete, so I'll take this in a zombie apocalypse. I have a machete, hammer, and then a pocket knife. That's my zombie apocalypse thing. I mean, like, you know, worst comes to worst, you can like grab whatever, like whatever, like. The most common things a gardener use is probably this and this. So I have this for zombie apocalypse if I get attacked by marauders. I have this. I'll do that. But like I can do this right, like whoever's in front. But what I can't do is cover my back. You know, the best defense against that one is have your own group, an army, your community. You know, that's the best defense that I learned, is have a community. you know, your family members or your neighbors or a community or another team that will cover you. But if you're solo, you can do what I'm doing. Do that shit. Or do this. And you can do like, you know, watch a lot of like kung fu flicks. Do that shit. But in the end, what if that zombie that's coming at you has firearms? And for me, I'm not gonna last long because I'm out of shape, I don't train, I got a gut, and my equipment it doesn't have an armor plate, so I look like I may have training. I can look like it. That's about it. And yeah, so that sucks. So yeah. But one more tool that I have is this. You know, this might like be funny to a lot of people because it's like, oh, it's just a broom. But actually, and then you can get it like, where did I get this? Most likely Home Depot or Lowe's. What is this for? Well, this is a broom, but for zombie apocalypse, it has a metal tip. So it's a pole. It could become a spear. I mean, like screw something on, I don't know what, but that's pointy and it can become a spear. And it's always available. This thing is always in Home Depot and then Lowe's. You can always get this pole. I don't know what to put on top that looks like a spear, but this can become a spear. It can become a spear. It is not a spear yet. Right now it's a broom. You know, that's what I have, a broom, which is good because I can clean things. I can clean dust. I can, like, you know, sweep the floor and sweep the roof. Yeah, but if there's a zombie apocalypse, I can use this pole as a spear, kind of like in that TV series. There's a black guy that uses a pole and he's like using it like a martial arts kind of like what's his name? He's the character that transitioned from Walking Dead to